Yes, this is it. Hey, it's Isabelle. This is gonna be a fun one. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to produce a song exactly?
Yeah. It's gonna be like that, yeah, exactly.
Similar to, in the style of Dua Lipa. Let's do it.
What?
Leave me alone. The first thing I want to do is get the groove going. You know, get that energy up. Okay, I've got this great string sample that I'm really vibing with. It screams Dua Lipa. Disco much? I'm not going to. Okay, since most of the songs on Dua's records feature a pretty tight 4-on-the-floor disco-type drum pattern, I think I'll get started with a punchy kick and snare foundation. I'm going to track this beat at 115 BPM. So I found these cool kick and snare sounds on Lander Samples.
Product placement.
They've got that 70s feel while still being pretty modern. Check it out. Here's the kick, and here's the snare. So I'm just going to track a simple, straightforward beat. Great, so now I want to build on this beat by adding some more bright percussive elements like hi-hats and shakers. Yeah, I think that'll work. Awesome, so I've gone ahead and added that shaker loop and that hi-hat loop to what we've got so far, so let's have a listen. Nice, it's come together. Dua's beats often include open hi-hats as well, so I found some samples that I think really fit well with the groove so far. I've tracked them on some upbeats and panned each one left and right respectively to add some width to our beat. I want to add one more unique element to help bring this beat to life. A lot of Dua Lipa's drums feature some kind of unique sound as a percussive element, so let's see if we can create something like that. That one's cool. I'm gonna see what I can do by chopping it up. A lot of Dua songs also feature claps.
Just make it clap.
Either paired along with the snare or as an extra element of the beat. It's way more fun to track real claps, but to save time, I'll just use these pre-recorded samples that I found. Yes, I am loving this beat. I think we're ready for the next ingredient, bass. A crucial production element on Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia record is the funky bass lines. They're super groovy, and when paired with the drums, they create the perfect musical bed for Dua's lead vocal to sit on. If you need any inspiration for when you're working on your bass lines, just check out 10 of my favorite here. I'm going to record live bass, but you can get some pretty great results using a MIDI bass instrument too. Let's have a listen to what we've got so far and see what comes. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna track that. All right, so I've tracked that bass part, and I've also added a bit of EQ to scoop out the subs, a pretty fast limiter to just chop off some of those harsh transients that are a bit too loud. And I've also added a bit of sidechain compression so the bass ducks down just a little bit when the kicks come in. It's starting to feel vintage and familiar, but still modern at the same time. Future nostalgic, am I right? All right, I think we're ready to add some more chordal and harmonic layers to this track. Since we've already got this great string sample, I think I'll experiment with some vintage synth sounds. I've got this Juno style VST, but any analog modeled VST with some kind of string preset should do the trick. Awesome, I think this works. This will be a really nice texture for the verses, and it'll help fill out the chorus. Speaking of chorus, it's a great vintage sounding effect to add to whatever synth you're using. I'm gonna add another layer of synth chords to fill out more mids. Awesome, this is sounding so much more full. I think we're ready for some guitar. Dua Lipa songs often feature some kind of funky rhythmic guitar. Sometimes they're bouncy palm-muted patterns, sometimes they're punchy guitar chords in strategic spots, and sometimes they're just used as simple transitions from section to section. Since this is feeling pretty full already and I don't want to overdo it, I think I'll just add some little rhythmic guitar chucks here and there. Let's see what we've got. Not bad, not bad. Oh, that one's cool. Yes, this one for sure. Yes, this one too, that works. Sweet. So I've added a couple of samples that I liked. I added this punchy guitar on the first beat of the chorus. And I also added this rhythmic palm-muted guitar and chopped up the sample a bit because it was taking up too much space. Dua Lipa, who? Just kidding, let's work together. Love you. Now that I have a basic bed of instruments, I could use what I have to create the other sections of the song, like the verse and the intro. I've used the basic pop song structure to create a short intro, a verse that leads into the chorus. So I've basically just recycled the elements that I used building that chorus section in the verse. I've used pretty much the same drum beat, but I've taken out the open hi-hats. I've used the same bass line. I've used the Juno pad, but I didn't include the other synth. I've added the 2 guitar samples in the pre-chorus section, and I filtered out the high end. I've also hinted at that big string sample in the pre-chorus as well. For the intro, I actually exported the entire chorus down to one stereo file. I automated the filter on it and chopped it up into the verse. Check it out. Sometimes I'm cool. Now that I've built some basic sections to the song, like the verse and the chorus, I can just duplicate them throughout the structure while always adding variation throughout to keep the listener interested. To stitch the sections together, I've added some risers, some impacts, and some crash cymbals to make sure everything flows smoothly. Check it out. It's all pretty subtle, but having that impact on the downbeat really makes a difference. Awesome, I think it's really coming along. What do you think? Sounding like a Dua Lipa song so far? Is there anything I missed? Let me know in the comments below. Either way, this track needs some vocals. Maybe Peggy might want to get in on it? Oh, that was so fast. Maybe Peggy might want to get in on it?
It's actually amazing.
I'd love to know what kind of production videos you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching.
Okay, you gotta do it to get in on it. It's too fast.
I don't understand. It's so weird. I feel it in my mouth. It's very weird.
He's going with full Busta Rhymes.
I'm gonna get the eyes can see. But your eyes can see. Maybe Peggy might wanna get in on it. Maybe Peggy might wanna get in on it. Maybe Peggy might wanna get in on it. Hey, Peggy, do you wanna get in on it?
Yo.